to the Bogosity Podcast for June 6, 2011, the podcast that never takes the obvious for granted. This is your host, Shane Killian. Let's inspect with diligence the news of the bogus. Eddie Sales keeps the crepe myrtles nicely pruned at Albemarle Road Presbyterian Church in Charlotte, North Carolina. But despite the fact that they've been doing this for many years, the city of Charlotte gave them a citation and charged them with thousands of dollars in fines just for pruning their trees. If being fined for pruning trees isn't bad enough for you, what about being arrested for silently dancing? I know it sounds like the plot from the movie Footloose, but it actually happened this past week in Washington, D.C., when protesters at the Jefferson Memorial started silently dancing to themselves in protest of a recent court ruling. The proponents of big government tell people who point out these incredibly stupid things that if you don't like it, move. But really, where can you move to? If you don't want to live in a country that arrests you for dancing, where will you go? Maybe to a country where they arrest you for not doing the impossible? A country like, say, Italy? 7 Italian scientists and technicians with the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, including their president, have been arrested and charged with manslaughter because, get this, they didn't predict the 2009 earthquake. And now it's time to cook the brains of this week's biggest bogon emitter. Last week we covered the bogosity about the fear-mongering around cell phones causing brain cancer. Not to be outdone by the Council of Europe, the World Health Organization has now weighed in on the issue. One would hope they would have injected real science and rationality into the issue. They didn't. They took the fear-mongering and ran with it. They have now classed cell phone radiation, which is just low-power radio waves, remember, as a carcinogenic hazard in Group 2B, the same category as lead, car exhaust, and chloroform. And now it's time to sharpen our claws on this week's Idiot Extraordinaire! Senator Rand Paul is the son of Congressman Ron Paul and was elected to the U.S. Senate last year as a popular candidate of the grassroots movement known as the Tea Party. Unlike other politicians, he's in favor of our precious liberties and is a principled libertarian. Or is he?